everyone, my name is Tony. I'm from Hangzhou Art Tree School in China. Today, my topic is about shared ideas for a better world. Would you like our world to be full of wars and pollution? You've got 3 seconds to respond. 1, 2, 3. Easy, right? Of course not. If yes, then you, my friend, need therapy. To connect our ideas and share them to have a huge leap in human history and humanity, there are a few points. Firstly, war. War leads to death and makes no one a clear winner. War makes people starve and fear. As time flows, people's aggression is about to explode, like a volcano. This particular conflict is wearing the whole world down. Economics, huge taxation, and maybe a piece of bread can cost $30. Stuff like that is leading to an idea shared by many people. Kick the word war out of the dictionary. Next, poverty and equality. Even if we achieved peace, we still forgot one thing, the feelings of the poor. We need sympathy for them and to treat them equally, just like the idiom, 3 poor people's brains can defeat a singular genius brain. Teamwork is beneficial. If not a single person is arrogant and all dedicate their own talent, human civilization will become both the most intelligent and the most powerful in the universe. Hope this day comes. Moreover, pollution. It is true that one day we might achieve the things mentioned above, but eventually, because of pollution, the atmosphere wears down and we would come to an end. So we must be precautionary about the environment we're living in and stop throwing garbage everywhere just to have a moment of relief. To sum up, joint effort is important. Why not try to work together for a better world? Thank you.
Lucky people are cured by their childhood all their life, while unfortunate people are curing their childhood all their life, says the famous psychologist Alfred Adler. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mia, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to speak to you today about an important topic that affects our society, bullying. I believe that in order to make the world a better place, we need to take concrete steps to address bullying in schools. Bullying is a form of long-term, intentional aggression that can be both physical and verbal, and its effects can be devastating. It can make victims feel ashamed, embarrassed, afraid, and also sad. And the damage it causes can often be irreversible. Dr. Dan Owens of Norway identifies 3 key characteristics of bullying: repetition, harm, and an imbalance of power. The perpetrators of bullying can be individuals or groups, and they often use their power or size to intimidate their victims. A global survey on schools' violence and bullying conducted in 2019 revealed a shocking statistics. 1 in 3 children has experienced bullying and violence, with 1 in 5 students experiencing 1 or 2 days of bullying in the last month alone. This means that bullying is a pervasive problem that affects children around the world, and it needs to be addressed urgently. One of the most troubling aspects of bullying is that victims often feel unable to resist effectively due to the power dynamics involved. Boys are more likely to experience physical bullying, while girls are more likely to be verbally bullied or sexually harassed. Victims often suffer in silence, unable to tell anyone about the bullying they are experiencing. In fact, research shows that 64% of children who are bullied don't report it to anyone, and only 36% seek help. This is because they fear that reporting the bullying will only make the things worse, or that they will blame for the bullying. As a society, we need to take a stand against bullying and send a clear message that it is unacceptable. We need to create a safe and inclusive environment in our schools, where all students feel valued and respected. We can do this by teaching empathy, kindness, and respect, and by providing support and resources for students who are being bullied. Teachers and parents also need to be involved in the fight against bullying by being aware of signs of bullying and taking action when they see it happen. In conclusion, bullying is a serious problem that affects millions of children around the world. It's up to all of us to take action to stop it. We need to work together and create a society where everyone feels safe, valued, and respected. As the Chinese proverb goes, if you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a year, inherit a fortune. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. So let's work together to make the world a better place by saying no to bullying and promoting kindness and respect for all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Monica. Today my topic is how to improve air pollution. With the advanced development of science, air pollution has become very common, but this is not a good thing. Air pollution will seriously affect human survival. We are trying our best to reduce air pollution, but how to reduce air pollution? Here are some of my views. In general, in terms of tourism, there are two ways of traveling: private cars and public transportation. Chinese people should put public transportation as their first traveling option. First, there are so many people living in China that make it so crowded. If each Chinese person owns a car, there will be far more traffic jams and accidents, which increases impatience. Moreover, there will be far more pollution from cars. Once a car starts, it releases a huge amount of dirty gas heat, which lead to a great pollution and result in greenhouse gases. I think Chinese people should take public transportation into consideration first. However, it may be that we will still have a long way to go before we have a clean world. Nearly all of the countries are trying hard to prevent and control air pollution. There indeed seem to be no anti-tax that environmentalists will be required to do. People will continuously find new ways to control air pollution until the problem is solved. There my speech. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucy from OTIA. Perhaps when talking about creating a better world, most people will think of garbage classification and glacier melting. In summary, it is environmental pollution caused by humans themselves. But in the final analysis, it is still crucial for people to change themselves, isn't it? Now, people are facing a bigger problem. That is, the fertility rate of the world has been greatly reduced in East Asia, and even in some countries have fallen below 1% of this rate. Let's take a country today as an example. According to China's 7th National Population Census Bulletin, the total population of the country exceeded 1.41 billion, an increase of 72.6 million compared with 2010, and an annual average deceleration of 0.53%. China's fertility rate fell from 7.5 in 1963 to 1.3 in 2020, ranking among the lowest in the world. Not only China, but also the global fertility rate has dropped rapidly in recent years. However, what is the reason for the ultra-low fertility desire in modern society? As far as I'm concerned, there are two reasons for this phenomenon. Initially, with the continuous development of economy and society, women's career development and gender inequality have brought about changes in value. Women began to emphasize the unique and diverse value orientation of individual. Secondly, Jerry S. Becker, the winner of Nobel Prize in Economics, put forward in the economic analysis of human behavior that fertility decision-making is related to the cost of fertility. It can be seen that without a good economic foundation and economic strength as a guarantee, it is difficult to achieve freedom of birth. When children are young, they can't save milk powder, diaper, and supplementary food. And when they grow up, they can't save early education classes, interest classes, and counseling classes. It is roughly estimated that most families pay hundreds of thousands to millions of yuan from pregnancy to college graduation. To have a child is not just to add another pair of chopsticks and cook another handful of rice in the past. Raising children is not only economic pressure but also an investment of time and energy, especially women. They need more interstate energy to raise and care for their children. Furthermore, in Chinese society, where fathers' participation in childcare is not high, many young girls also face the leisure situation of lonely childcare. Specifically, we can improve the inclusive supporting policy supporting fertility decision-making from the following aspects. One is to strengthen the supply of high-quality and affordable childcare services. The second is to ensure the equal employment rights and interests of women of childbearing age. With such changes, the world may be able to achieve the goal of long-term balanced population development. Human beings have continued, and all other problems caused by themselves can be solved. It is only a matter of time. I have one last question to ask you. Before these problems are solved, human beings will perish. Do you think the environment can resolve these environmental problems by itself? Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Vivian, and I'm honored to share my ideas on how we can make the world a better place by going green. In our world today, one of the most pressing issues we face is climate change. Our actions, from the way we consume energy to the transportation we use, have contributed to environmental degradation, leading to catastrophic consequences. We must all do our part to mitigate the effects of climate change. And one way to do so is by embracing sustainable practices. Let's begin with transportation. Cars are a convenient means of transportation, but they contribute significantly to carbon emissions, harming the environment. Carbon emissions cause a greenhouse effect that leads to global warming, which has severe consequences such as rising sea levels, increased natural disasters, and food insecurity. We can help alleviate these issues by choosing sustainable transportation options like public transportation, carpooling, or using electric or hybrid cars. Public transportation, such as buses and trains, is a convenient way to travel and can significantly reduce the number of cars on the road. By choosing to carpool, we can further reduce the number of cars on the road and, in turn, reducing carbon emissions. For those who own a car, electric or hybrid vehicles emit less pollution and use less gas, making them more environmentally friendly. But transportation isn't the only aspect of our daily lives that contributes to environmental degradation. Our consumption habits also play a significant role. For instance, single-use plastic, such as water bottles and bags, is a major contributor to pollution. We can make a difference by reducing our plastic usage, recycling, and opting for reusable alternatives. Additionally, reducing our energy consumption can go a long way in reducing our carbon footprint. One way to do so is by using energy-efficient light bulbs and appliances. Turning off lights when we leave a room and unplugging appliances when they are not in use can also help reduce our energy consumption. Finally, the last point I would like to make is that while individual actions are essential, collective efforts are also necessary to achieve a sustainable future. Governments, corporations, and individuals all have a part to play in promoting sustainable practices. Governments can introduce policies that incentivize sustainable behaviors and discourage unsustainable ones, while corporations can reduce their carbon footprint and promote environmentally friendly products. As individuals, we can hold corporations and governments accountable and demand action on environmental issues. In conclusion, it's time to take action and embrace sustainable practices, from using public transportation to reducing plastic usage. Small challenges can make a significant difference in preserving our planet for future generations. Together, let's create a brighter, greener future for our planet. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabella. While my friends travel back to their hometowns in different cities and provinces, I stay in Hangzhou. I was born and raised here, which you can call me a Hangzhou native. 3 whole generations of my family grew up in this magnificent city. Thus, I can say with confidence and pride that Hangzhou has shown a great example of how to make a better world. My grandpa likes climb mountains and play poks, and living in Hangzhou for most of his life, he hasn't encountered any problems. The locals show compassion and willingness to help one another. You will see people sharing what they have with others. A simple iced tea in hot summer days and hot water during cold winters. Elderly people bring handmade desserts for everyone to share. I went with him once, and I will see people with huge smiles on their faces and greet me with their warmest hello. I felt love from them. That's why Hangzhou has known as the happiest city in China. The atmosphere in Hangzhou is full of love, which love makes a better world. My mom said that people in Hangzhou genuinely treasure the city. Since Tang Dynasty, Westlake has become the most significant attraction. Despite what China has been through, several dynasties and countless wars, Westlake has been well protected and kept, and people in Hangzhou treat the place like a treasure. Hangzhou is home to the people who reside here. Just like a jewel, they do their best to protect it. They won't allow anyone to break any part of Hangzhou. It is well maintained, with no rubbish on streets. The river is as clear as the sky, with lush trees everywhere providing fresh air to everyone. It is a better world when people realize how important protecting what they call home is. The world has experienced yet another battle, the coronavirus. People were trapped, afraid to connect with others for fear of this invisible enemy that attacked people from all walks of life. Many got ill and a lot lost their lives. However, the government stood out and extended all types of it to everyone, sending food and masks, providing all care that people need, and sacrificing their safety for their constituents. This is how a visual outstanding leadership is. A good leader dramatically influences the public, and a good conductor can lead humanity to a better world. The world is now facing a lot of challenges, but I believe if people can spread love to each other, love and protect our home, and have excellent leadership, we will surely make a better world. Thanks for listening.